The first step, rediscovery. The journey to rediscover herself wasn't easy. Maya started small, carving out a few minutes each day to sit quietly and reflect. At first, the silence was unbearable, her mind a cacophony of self doubt and guilt. But over time, she began to embrace the stillness, allowing her thoughts to settle like sediment at the bottom of a glass. One morning, while journaling, a memory from her childhood surfaced. She remembered the joy she used to feel while painting. As a child, Maya would spend hours lost in the swirl of colors, her small hands creating vibrant masterpieces that she proudly displayed on the refrigerator. The memory brought a smile to her face, and she decided to buy a set of watercolors on her way home from work. That evening, as she dipped her brush into the paint and let the colors bleed onto the paper, she felt a spark of something she hadn't experienced in years: joy. It was a simple act, but it reminded her of the importance of nurturing her soul. Painting became her refuge, a sacred time when she could disconnect from the demands of the world and reconnect with herself. Setting boundaries. As Maya began to focus on herself, she realized that a significant part of her struggle stemmed from her inability to set boundaries. She had always said yes to every request, fearful of disappointing others or being seen as selfish. But now she understood that constantly prioritizing others at the expense of her own well being wasn't sustainable. Her first attempt at setting boundaries was with her parents. One Sunday during their weekly phone call, her mother started talking about the importance of saving for a house and settling down. In the past, Maya would have nodded along, feeling the familiar weight of expectations settle on her shoulders. But this time she took a deep breath and said, "Mom, I know you want what's best for me, but I need to figure out what that means for myself. I hope you can support me in that." The silence on the other end of the line was deafening, but to her surprise, her mother eventually replied, "Of course, Maya. I just want you to be happy." Encouraged by this small victory, Maya began setting boundaries in other areas of her life. She started leaving work on time, declining invitations to events she didn't genuinely want to attend, and saying no when her plate was already full. Each act of self assertion was a step toward reclaiming her time and energy. The first step,